We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
I'm one, ready?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
11 MC,
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
Steal, check, steal. Ready.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
The Niners at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Lance to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, check, nigga. Ready?
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Ready.
On 2nd and goal, Lance.
Touchdown 49ers.
Elijah Mitchell.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, and again it's Davis-Price.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready, break.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check view.
Davis-Price on 1st and 10.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And it's caught. Touchdown. George Kittle from 19 yards away.
And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
The drive will start with an option going left.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front. Allowed the secondary to get home.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now a hit and a loose loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
On line, ready? 11 MT, 11 MT.
And they'll begin by running the option. Wilson with a first down carry. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jeff Wilson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Pass midfield.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Hey, check Mega. Ready?
On first down, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready, set. 6, Mega.
From the 25 on second down, Lance. Touchdown 49ers. Devontae Smith. 25 yards for the touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
11.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Throwing now. Burrow on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
11 MT, 11.
Now it's Burrow. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 27 yards there, a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission.
Here we go.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
11 MT.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Raymond Calais now from his end zone. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Burrow finds Pickens outright. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
Touchdown, Bengals.
George Pickens.
29 yards.
And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ultra. Mega.
Second down, and again, it's Davis Price.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ultra.
Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Hey, check Mega.
Davis Price up the middle.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Drill, 52. Blaster, stay.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go, set. Strike, check, strike. Strike. Set, go.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Right. Ready?
And Lance now to throw. Touchdown! George Kittle with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here we go.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Burrow will throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other... And they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Burrow going to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
11 Mighty, 11 Thomas.
First down. Here's Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon, and he'll be out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he loses the football a second time. And the Bengals grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
They'll start with the option. A pitch out now to Wilson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Devontae Smith, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Here's Burrow. He's got this to Pickens. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got an open man, it's Pickens. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This taken in at the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this one is right through. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to